Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today we're going to talk about one of the most important things in martial arts. It's actually the first thing I teach all of my students from 4 years old to 90 plus, is the idea of something contained actually in this shape right here. It's a very important idea. It's called self-control. So let me ask you, do you like being told what to do all the time? Do you like someone to say hello and say goodbye and brush your teeth and pick that up and tote that barge and lift that bale and adjust that mise en masse? Phew. Me either. So is the idea of self-control, whenever someone tells you what to do and they're right, they're not just like being a nag about it or they got nothing else to do with their lives, but if they're telling you what to do and they're right, what they're really telling you is either your self-control needs work or your self-discipline needs work. So today we're going to talk about self-control. And it's actually, like I said, right here. And I've reversed my hands. Because when you do it, if you raise your right hand, would you say the body? The body, right? So this represents the body. It's this thing, this whole big huge thing. Then what's this hand? This represents the mind. Is the idea, who do you think should be in charge? Should the body be in charge? Or should the mind be in charge? And here's the hint. What's up here? What's down there? Hey, check it out. Boom. And then from there we put it in front of our heart, because it's the idea, there's three things in every human being. We have our body, this thing. We have our mind, this thing, but we have something else that bridges the two. It's called our emotions that lives inside here. So my mind controls my body and my emotions. Then when I bow, it's from my heart out to the world. So is this idea, self-control, my mind controls my body and it controls my emotions. Because the truth is, if you're not in control of yourself, someone or something else will be in control of you. So if you don't like being told what to do, just understand it's really all about learning how to control yourself. So we have a special way we're going to practice that I use with all of my students, and it's what we call the magic phrases. We actually have, in my school, 21 right now. We're always looking to add more. So if you have a suggestion for a magic phrase, please send me an email, give me a phone call, send me a text, send me a carrier pigeon, a fax, smoke signal, whatever you got, because I'm always interested to hear other perspectives. So we have the first 7 magic phrases. If you would repeat after me, can you say, yes, sir? Can you say, no, sir? Can you say, yes, ma'am? Can you say, no, ma'am? Can you say, please? Can you say, thank you? And can you say, you're welcome? See, those are the 7 magic phrases. And what those do is they tell me, they tell your parents, your family, and your friends, your teachers, they tell us that you're going to be serious about developing self-control. So you're even paying attention to the words you use, the things you say. So is this idea of the magic phrases, they do 2 things. One, they remind us we have self-control, but they do a second thing, is they offer other people the opportunity to feel good inside. So try this on for size as a way to test our self-control. Would you stand up nice and tall? I'm going to turn slightly so you can see my whole body. So I'm standing nice and tall. Now repeat after me. Okay, so repeat after me. Say, I feel terrible. Try it out, right there. Yeah, I know it feels weird, but just try it on for size. Say, I feel terrible. Do you? Do you really feel terrible standing? Okay, well let's try something a little different. Let's hollow our chest. We'll put our chin down the hole. We'll look at the ground. Now, say, I feel wonderful. Try it on. I feel wonderful. Do you really feel wonderful when you're all smushed down and you're squished? Me either. So let's try shoulders back, head up one more time. So now say, I feel wonderful. And how do you feel? Right? So you're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back, strong. Do you feel bad or do you feel kind of good? Right? So we call this A. Say, I feel terrible. We'll call that one A. And we'll say B, I feel wonderful. And we'll say C, I feel wonderful. And out of those 3, A, B, or C, which one feels the best for you? Oh, C. So you speak Spanish. You said yes. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. C, S-I. I mean, it's not C the letter, it's S-I. But that's okay. Is the idea, we call that positive energy, when you feel warm, big, and happy inside. The opposite, when someone's all smushed down, is called negative energy, when you feel small, sad, and cold inside. So which one do you prefer? Small, sad, and cold? Or warm, big, and happy? Me too. So can we work on that together? Fantastic. And the way we're going to do that, at least with me, is the idea, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, please, thank you, you're welcome. 7 magic phrases, just like that. So we want to work on how we can feel warm, big, and happy and help other people feel warm, big, and happy. So let me give you a test. Don't worry, it's not a difficult test, it's not a take-home, it's not a multiple choice, it's not an essay, it's just one simple question. When somebody has to ask you to do something lots of times, and for adults that might be 4, and for younger people it might be like 10 or 20 or 30 or a million. But if somebody has to ask you to do something lots of times, do you think they feel warm, big, and happy inside? Or do they start to feel kind of small, sad, and cold inside? Yeah, I think you're right. And if they feel small, sad, and cold inside, what are they going to share with you? Warm, big, happy feelings? Or small, sad, and cold feelings? I think you're right. Do you like that? Me either. So is there a way we can change that? Change how they feel? Well, yeah, be nice to them, definitely. And maybe mom, get her some flowers. Maybe dad will get him a tie or something. Dads like ties. Whatever. So is the idea, well, should they have to ask us to do stuff lots of times? Well, how many times? 1 time? Oh, I like that. Give me a high finger. It's like a high five, but just one finger. Okay. So is the idea, yeah, if we just do something the very first time, that's going to help them to feel warm, big, and happy. And if they feel warm, big, and happy, how are they going to help us feel warm, big, and happy? I think you're on the right track. Very smart. So is the idea, the more I help everyone around me feel good, the more they're going to help me feel good. First step is being aware of myself. And that's why we start with our words. The things I say can affect how somebody else feels. So what were those magic phrases again? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And at home we can use yes, mom, and yes, dad, or yes, ma, and yes, pa. Whatever you want to use at home, that's fine. But as the idea, I'm in control of me, so I use my magic phrases. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please. Thank you. And you're welcome. Fantastic. So, thank you for your time and attention, and you make it an outstanding day. I'll see you when I see you. Always finish with the bow. So focus, feet together nice and tall, and then your right hand makes a fist, and your left hand makes a palm, and it goes right on top, touching those first 2 knuckles. Touch our heart, and then from here, we bow. And bonus points is we have a phrase. It's called Zhou Qing Lung Yao Ba Fu. Zhou Qing Lung, left green dragon, Yao Ba Fu, right white tiger. So the left green dragon, the right white tiger. They work together. Those are the animals. The dragon represents wisdom, knowledge, and things you can't see. And the tiger represents the body and action and the things that you can see. But it's the idea they work together. And then from your heart, out to the world.